And we are live. Welcome back to the Monday episode, Black and White Takes. How about those Thunder, Jace? How we feeling, man? I got to get right to it.
Um, yeah, man, I don't feel great if I'm a Thunder's fan. I mean, they split games, with the Pacers. Um, what the Halliburton big time shot came up huge. I mean, really epic collapse by OKC in game one. So if you're a Pacers fan, you did what you needed to do. You took away the home court advantage, and now you just got to win at home. I think they can do it.
Simi, what you think, man? We're through 2 games right now, tied 1-1. You still confident on the Pacers, or I need to get all y'all's takes real quick?
I think the Pacers aren't in bad shape, and they're still getting loads of disrespect from Vegas. And I feel like the public, every time I'm on Twitter, everyone's doubting the Pacers. Everyone's saying they're not going to win another game, CKU included. But I think they're not in
Which
bad
is
shape.
insane.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. I mean, they're going home for a 2-game set, so
I know. I'm excited to see what happens. I think that this series so far has been pretty crazy. I mean, it is tied 1-1, but even though the Thunder didn't blow them out technically last night, they did get a pretty commanding win, covered the spread, cashed my bet. And then I guess just right off the rip for me, my best bet rolled all the money right over. When we're looking at the series line, we've got the Thunder -1.5, -155 on BetMGM. I absolutely slammed that. I would not be surprised at all if the Thunder are able to somehow pull out both games in Indiana. I do think, at least one game will end up being close, but I do think that the Thunder, if there is a team that can go into Indiana and take both games, it is the Thunder here. So Thunder in 5 is still very much alive, but the new best bet is Thunder -1.5, just in case they end up splitting in Indiana. Jace, you're shaking your head. What do you think?
This is just insane. Insane, dude. I've never seen I don't understand why the books and the public are disrespecting the Pacers so much. Like even last night, the game wasn't that bad. It's a 16-point loss on the road, game 2 of a game of a series that they already won game 1 in. Like this isn't like the Pacers were treating it like a scheduled loss. Like it wasn't like they were fighting to the end trying to come back. You know what I mean? They had one bad quarter in the second quarter. I mean, honestly, you had Alex Caruso and Aaron Wiggins that probably saved their season last night. Like, let's be honest, Caruso and Wiggins are not going to do that on the road. So unless if Chet can get his head out of his ass and turn it around, yeah. There's really nothing to really I would be worried if I was an OKC fan. I don't know. Alec, what you think I'm crazy? I mean, I know everyone thinks I'm crazy because I said Pascal Siakam was the best player in the series, but I mean, we saw Shea scored 38 points in game 1 on 30 shots. Like that's pretty horrible with 2 assists. It was typical isolation basketball. But
8 assists
last
night
night
for Shea.
Yeah, I'm saying in game 1, he had 38 points on 30
Yeah.
30 shots and 2 assists. Is pretty abysmal.
Yeah, no, I was going to say the Pacers started sitting their best players with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, so that should tell you something. And then, yeah, Wiggins and Caruso, if they hit 9 threes, man, that's 27 points, which, I mean, you just don't expect every night. That was kind of an anomaly, I'd say, and they definitely will not get that in Indiana. But
No. And the whistle isn't going to be as tight in Indiana, for the Pacers. I felt like there's some questionable stuff, but I mean, all around, I think both teams were, went to the free throw line, almost an equal amount, but I feel like that favors a softer game favors OKC more than it favors, I think, Indiana. Being able to be a little bit more physical with Shea is always a benefit for the opposing team.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you guys are saying. I do think in Indiana's favor, J-Dub and Chet, I mean, I don't know what's up with them. The moment just looks too big for them, if I'm being honest. Chet is just running around. He literally looks nervous out there. I don't know if it's just me seeing that, but outside of the first quarter last night, where he had a great first quarter and was just honestly hitting open threes, he didn't do too much of anything else. So he doesn't seem to be ready on this stage yet to be that transcendent big that clearly they need him to be. But the good news is I said it in our group chat, like Shea's able to get whatever he wants right now. Neesmith can't guard him. Hallie Hyden. I don't have an issue with how the Thunder are attacking and just giving the ball to Shea and letting him do his thing. So
Yeah, it's just reliant on him getting to like the free throw line and staying like super efficient. Like game one, like you see what happens if Shea doesn't get like if Shea's not efficient. It's kind of a recipe for disaster for them. He scores 38 points on 30 shots. Other guys don't get involved and they get walked down by the Pacers and lose, the opening night of the NBA Finals on your home court after this incredible regular season to Indiana Pacers team that was the biggest underdog in betting history for NBA's Finals, and you get what the Hallied, and the 0.3 seconds left to go in the game, and that's what you get.
We're going to do our usual box score segment.
Stop muting yourself.
Yeah, well, I don't have headphones, so I'm trying to make sure I don't get any feedback or we don't get any.
We'll be fine. We'll tell you.
Okay, yeah, just let me know. But usual box score segment of our podcast. Guy who's sticking out is your boy Simi, Andrew Nemhard. Just, I guess, took the night off. I was not impressed at all, but it does seem kind of like a back down to earth moment for him. I mean, we've seen all playoffs long how he's able to, and this includes last year, just step up his game and be a completely different person. But last night was definitely a small setback. And then the glaring thing, obviously, on this box score is, just -17 plus minus. Yeah, just not really out there last night. Anything else stick out to you guys on the box score?
Yeah,
Scroll down to the Thunder too.
Wiggins. I love the minutes. Yeah, I mean Caruso and Wiggins stand out, bro. Like I can't wait for them to go into Indiana and shoot 22 shots between the two of them. If they do that, Indiana will blow them out by 15 plus points. If those guys both go into Indiana and shoot 11 times each, they will combine for probably 2 for 22, and it'll be good night.
Caruso's threes were on the move too. He's like coming off screens, a couple corner threes. Like, dude, this guy's a sharpshooter.
Like, what the hell are we doing?
Man, y'all are hating on Caruso, but I think that he is the best bench player in this series by far.
So overrated.
I like Caruso. Dude. I'm not gonna lie. Him and Dort make the Thunder go, depending on how physical they can be, and I expect the Pacers to get a pretty nice whistle in Game 3 at least. So expect one of those physical fools to have at least 4 or 5 fouls.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Pacers are going to get a great whistle in Game 3. And, dude, I just don't see anything from OKC that suggests this isn't going to be a hard-fought series. Like, they split. I just don't understand where people – I wonder how many times has it happened where the home team splits the first 2 games and then they go on to win 4 straight.
I mean, I feel like it's definitely happened.
Probably not much.
But yeah, I mean, it's probably not the usual. But again, you have to keep in mind, like, I mean, I think we can all agree the Thunder are a better team. And when you look at Game 1, it wasn't a game that the Thunder should
I wouldn't say the Thunder are a better team.
Okay, well, either way, the Thunder should not have lost Game 1. I mean, again, the Pacers did not lead that game for more than a second. We saw the usual Hallie BS step back,
Dude, why is that
going
BS?
in. It is what it is. Like, yeah, they split, but you can't be sitting here acting like the Pacers just completely steamrolled the Thunder in Game 1 and dominated them.
No, I'm not. But it was an on the road game, a hard fought game. Like, that happens in basketball. But don't sit here and act to me like it's been 8 quarters of dominance for OKC. OKC won, dominated 1 quarter last night, the second quarter.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I agree, but that gives me more hope for OKC. I think what we've seen with OKC in a
Because
couple
Alex
series now.
Caruso and Wiggins combined for 8 threes that quarter.
Well, I agree. They did step up, but the OKC will get better as the series goes on. We've seen that in other series with them.
Dude, all I know is OKC is one Shea injury away from them being absolute trash.
Yeah, that's kind of facts at this point. I don't know what Chet and J-Dub are doing. The moment's just too big.
Those boys have done nothing to earn respect in the NBA. Absolutely nothing.
Dude,
all right,
Chet has been really interesting.
Yeah,
I wonder what goes through his brain. Seems like kind of a spacey guy.
Seems so spacey.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing out there. He's like running around all hunched over. I'm like, bro, like, come on, man.
He is hunched over. He's
Looking
a hunched over baller.
Huh?
He's a hunched over basketball player.
He is, yeah. Bad posture too. Come on, check.
Terrible posture.
I think I'm just finally realizing that. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, lock in front.
Dude, yeah, I think I'm realizing that too. Like, his posture is terrible.
Yeah, I need to see a picture of what he looks like sitting in a chair, man, because it can't be good. All right, let's turn our attention real quick to specifically Game 3. So we talked about already how the series is going back to Indiana, and I don't really have, I guess, a play per se on the spread, but Simi, what are your thoughts on FanDuel right now? Thunder are -5.
I could only look towards the Pacers plus the number here. Expecting Miles Turner and Obi Toppin, Nesmith, Nembhard, these guys just to be lights out from three pretty much. Energy should be insane in that Pacers building too. Jay, could you lean to the money line on that?
Bro, I think the Pacers, I know I've been on the Pacers the entire playoffs, but honestly, truthfully, I could see the Pacers like blowing out OKC in this spot. It's Indiana's like first finals game in a really long time. That place is going to be bumping. They took care of business in OKC. Say what you want, but they split. They took care of business. They are energetic about this series. They are hopeful about this series. There's nothing like for them to be, concerned about yet, right? They're going back home. And like Alex said, dude, that bench, the real problem for the Pacers, and like they've been getting dominated by OKC's bench, but TJ McConnell, Obi Toppin, like Alex said, I do think they have to put together a great game, at least in Game 3, and kind of just dominate. If OKC, like we've said this from the start of the podcast, if OKC's bench like Caruso, Wiggins, I'll even throw Dort in there. Like if they're not getting off, I don't know if they can keep it close with the Pacers.
Yeah, I mean, I think you brought up a good point about how crazy it's going to be in Indiana. And again, just how much of a win it is for this Pacers team. And really, all anyone could ask for if you're a Pacers fan is for them to get one win. So, yeah, it's going to be wild. As someone that definitely likes the Thunder and is not fond of this Pacers team, I feel like if there is a game I'm going to look towards the Pacers, this is probably it. Something else we mentioned, I think, in our GC was the idea of the first half. Right now, the first half line is Thunder -2.5. And then you can get the Pacers, because this is what we were talking about looking at +126 to win. I don't know if there's possible or better value on that. Jess.
Dude, what's first half and full game?
First half full game, like parlayed?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me check real quick. It's got to be pretty juicy, right?
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I think Game 3 is going to be bad for OKC. I don't see Caruso and Wiggins snapping off for 9 threes combined. It's just, there's no way. And I also don't see the Pacers bench playing as bad as they've played on the road in OKC. I mean, that's really the difference right now.
Yeah.
Dude, they got to chase Hartenstein off the court too. I kind of want some Hartenstein unders. There's just no way that big gangly guy can be on the court rebounding the ball. I mean, he's been like decently productive so far. I think game 1 was maybe one of
Yeah,
his
because
best
Chet
games of
has
the
been so
playoffs.
ass.
Yeah, I mean, they just gotta. I don't want to see Hartenstein on the court producing if I'm a Pacers fan.
Yeah, that's a good point. He's kind of been lighting up Naismith with some screens.
All those tap outs too. He'll create
Tap outs, yeah.
possessions for you. Caruso's been doing that too. Invaluable.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus 290 J on the first half full game. So the regular full game money line is plus 176, and then if you parlay it, it's plus 290.
Yeah, I kind of love that.
Yeah, I think there's good value. But I don't know. I just feel like with the Pacers, I don't know. My gut is that they're more a team that would, could possibly pull it out late. Like not. I wouldn't just be so.
They pull it up, but dude, that's some bad games that they play. In the good games that they play, they've blown out the Cavs first half in full games. Same with Knicks. Same with the Knicks series. That's only in the bad games that they play. They have to pull it out late.
Yeah, that's fair. What about first quarter? Is that too?
Dude, I
volatile.
don't know. It's volatile, yeah. I'm not gonna leave like one first quarter of Shea just like trying to silence Indiana's crowd, But I did see like an interesting segment on like how to get Siakam going. I do think there could be some Siakam good opportunities for some over for Siakam's in game 3. Because he really has been underperforming somewhat this series. Especially with how, kind of spacey Chet has been playing,
Yeah. Hopefully Chet figures
Same
it
with
out.
Miles
man.
Turner.
Dude, Miles Turner was balling in the third quarter last night, though.
Yeah, he's been good in spurts.
Spurts.
He could
for
be an
sure.
X factor though. If he puts a full game together, a couple full games together, he could be an X factor type guy.
Yeah, and like, granted, like hats off to OKC. They've been really good, I think, defensive transition. But with that being said, I think it kind of has to do with like how hard, like they're getting a lot of like kind of I would say like dirty plays where like they're not letting the Pacers like secure the rebound cleanly or like just back taps as they're trying to dribble it out. Like, you know what I mean? So they've really been slowing down the Pacers in transition, which I think the Pacers will game plan around that, and you'll see them pick up the speed of play, I think, in game 3.
Yeah, definitely. You guys got anything more to say about the finals before we move this on?
Pacers in 6.
I actually no. I need. Wait, yeah. That would cash my bet, right? No, it wouldn't. Never mind. What am I saying?
Pacers in
Thunder.
6.
I was thinking Thunder in 6. My bad. Thunder in 6. My bad.
Okay,
my bad.
betting both sides again.
Yeah,
crazy.
Brandon
Yeah,
Anderson over here.
Cashing from everywhere.
Sir, all angles.
Should be the name of the pod. All angles.
All
Pause.
angles.
We got like 2 other big, I guess, sports headlines in my opinion, but one of them is my Pittsburgh Steelers have secured their quarterback of the future. And when I say future, I mean a 1-year, $19 million deal. We've received Aaron Rodgers, the guy that beat us in the last Super Bowl appearance we had in 2011. I guess as a Steelers fan, I'm pretty happy, I will say. I know that we didn't see a good outing and things work out for Aaron Rodgers in his time with the New York Jets. But again, it's the Jets. I think that the Steelers quarterbacks also have not worked out in the near future post the Big Ben Roethlisberger era. But again, you're bringing in a guy like Aaron Rodgers who understands, we'll say how the NFL works, how to play at an elite level, and kind of what it takes to win games in the playoffs and a Super Bowl. I do think that he will be a net positive for the Steelers team. Simi, what's your reaction? Is this something that a Steelers fan should be happy about, or are we kind of cooked?
I guess you could be happy about it only because your other option was Justin Fields. But I mean, I'm completely out on Aaron Rodgers. I think he was just mainly a distraction in New York. I mean, the Jets organization sucks. Don't get me wrong, but I'm completely good on Aaron Rodgers. I guess he provides y'all a little bit of hope, but yeah, no, I think this guy's maybe better off not in the league anymore, and is just a huge locker room distraction. Everyone's talking about him now, and I mean, it hasn't really produced in the last 3 years. But I'd rather see Justin Fields if I'm a Steelers fan. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, real quick, our other option is actually Mason Rudolph. Justin Fields is currently starting for the New York Jets, which we play week
Oh,
1.
cap.
So that'll be interesting. We'll see Aaron Rodgers versus Justin Fields, kind of the switch of quarterbacks.
Yeah, but y'all
Rudolph-
could have paid Justin Fields. Didn't y'all trade him to the Jets?
I think we just didn't re-sign him.
Yeah, but he would have resigned if he was gonna. You guys, he's
Yeah,
probably
we were
option,
out on
right?
Fields, which I was happy
Yeah.
about. So
Dude, Mason Rudolph was the only other option.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was
he was the
Mason
starter.
Rudolph or Will Howard. Yeah, we
Okay,
were
my
not good to
bad.
go.
I
We'll
didn't-
say.
I didn't even know Fields left town.
Yeah, Fields been on the Jets, but you still got some time till we are full swing with NFL. Jace, you have any thoughts, man? Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, dude. As a Bengals fan, I'm just happy we get to play y'all twice. You know.
You serious?
Yeah. I think it's 2 wins. Aaron Rodgers is a clown show.
All right.
I think he's kind of irrelevant. Especially he's slow, immobile, kind of terrible disaster for that, AFC North division. He actually might not make it through the entire year. He's been pretty fragile his entire career, missed games with collarbones, and just weird injuries like that, So I do think it's going to be a physical league for him, and I don't see him actually making it through the year. But who knows? I just hope he's playing when we play y'all.
Are the Steelers a joke now?
Yeah,
What'd you
they're a
say?
joke franchise right now.
I think the Steelers.
Yeah, they're a
might be
joke
now.
franchise right now.
Yeah.
They can't figure out.
Tomlin on the hot seat, low key.
Yeah.
Yeah, high key. They can't figure out how to draft a quarterback. They can't or get one to stick in free agency either. Like post Big Ben, they're just kind of a whirlwind of recycling chamber of quarterbacks with nothing going really for them.
Yeah, I'm afraid we're in that Washington Redskins era, pre Jaden Fields, of just 20 years of. Yeah, that'd be awful. But yeah, Tomlin's definitely on the hot seat.
Russell Wilson to Rodgers. Dangerous to Aaron Rodgers.
Bro, if you would have told me that 10 years ago that we would have Russell Wilson and then Aaron Rodgers in back-to-back years, I would have been like, I don't know.
Dude, even 4 years ago.
Crazy.
I know. Yeah, it's crazy to think about. But this is like the thing is, and what really sets teams back, I mean, there's a multitude of things, but one of the big things is when you draft a quarterback in the first round and he doesn't pan out, like that sets you back so much. And Kenny Pickett, obviously we missed on. Things didn't work out. And
honestly, I think the Steelers would be better if you guys just stayed true to Kenny Pickett and worked with him. But
he was trash, man. Pickett was trash, right?
Yeah, but
Pickett's
what's the
awful.
alternative?
Wait, why don't they have a running
What's
back
the
either?
alternative though, bro? Like it would have been better for y'all to lose games and like get a better quarterback in the draft.
Who cares? Maybe Aaron Rodgers gets hurt week 1, like you said, Jess, and then we're getting Arch Manning or something. Come on, man.
Will Howard is
Nussmeier's gonna go before Arch Manning.
I know we talked about that earlier.
Yeah,
CK.
no, I mean, there's a lot of people in Pittsburgh are high on Will Howard. I do think it is a lot of buzz just because he's a guy that was very emotional and adamant and wanted to be in Pittsburgh. But I do think he'll get a chance. But yeah, I mean, he's not the type of quarterback, in my opinion, that you want to be starting out of the gate week 1. I mean, he was chosen in the 4th round for a reason. He seems to have a great head on his shoulders, but yeah, he'll definitely, hopefully benefit just from sitting behind Rodgers for a year. So
I doubt it.
Dude, why is their only running back just Jalen Warren.
They got they got one more running back. So they drafted, I think, in the second round, Caleb Johnson. He was the Iowa running back last year. But he, I think, is actually going to end up being the every down back and kind of replace Najee Harris role. So it's kind of going to be a new team. And then obviously we've
Noted.
got K Metcalf out there as well. So it's going to be a new look for this Steelers offense, which has just been nothing short of a disaster the past 4 to 5 years. So yeah, we'll see, but
Dude,
that's enough.
it's going to be another year of a disaster. I'm letting you know right now.
Hey man, we'll see when we get there. Before we get up on out of here, though, one other thing.
Yeah, we got to talk about this.
Are you talking about Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo, the GOAT. I know Simi might have a different opinion on that, but 40 years old, just won his country the UEFA Nations League Cup, which I believe is a new international tournament. But again, seems like a pretty big deal, especially just if you look at the matchups or I guess the players and the talent that was out there. They beat
the quality of teams that they beat.
Yeah, exactly. Like like in the finals, which I believe was yesterday or the day before, but they beat Spain, who had just come off winning the Euro. Obviously, have Lamine Yamal out there, Nico Williams, a bunch of talented guys. And not only did we see Portugal win, but Ronaldo netted, I think, his 7th goal of just that tournament. So 7 goals in 8 games.
And 1 assist.
And 1 assist. Again, at 40 years old, after everyone already wrote him off, said that he was bad for the team, bad for the sport, and basically just out there just in terms of being respected. Jace, what's your reaction, man, to Ronaldo getting this done?
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep it short, but it's truly insane, man. I'm happy we're talking about it because the longevity and just the dominance of Ronaldo. I know you're probably in 2 camps, right? Either Messi or Ronaldo, but dude, Ronaldo's a GOAT. And before we come at me, I know everyone's going to freak out. You say that, but what that dude is doing and has done across multiple leagues at different ages, right? He's just been dominant and nothing short of but great, truly, truly world class. So yeah, man, it's awesome to see. I can't wait. I'm hoping I can possibly get some tickets to the World Cup in the US and we can watch Ronaldo live for Portugal. That'd be sweet. We got to make sure we get that done.
Yes, sir. That'll be next summer. Simi, what are your thoughts? Is Ronaldo the GOAT now, man?
I'm still Team Messi here. It's no World Cup, but it is a UEFA Nations League title, and his longevity definitely should be. It definitely should be praised. He's a baller, and to see him out there on the field with Lamine Yamal, crazy age difference between the two of those. But yeah, I guess the only praise I can give is longevity. I'm still in Messi's camp on the GOAT debate, and the World Cup looms pretty large there. But
dude, we need an episode.
Title at 40 is pretty late. Yeah, we could argue about this for hours, probably.
Yeah, we need an episode devoted to the GOAT of soccer, Messi versus Ronaldo.
I know. Yeah, we really do. Might have to get J Mart on as a special guest.
For sure.
We're going to say something else to me about that?
Nah. I'm still on.
Oh, dude, U.S. Open this week.
Didn't sway me too much. Oh, yeah, big golf.
And big golf weekend.
I don't know if y'all watched that tennis match between Alcaraz and Sinner on Sunday.
Dude, that was insane.
Guys, but that was an insane watch. Probably the best tennis match I've watched in my life, honestly.
Dude, what do you think was crazier? The fact that Indiana's comeback or the Spain guys come back against Sinner?
Dude, that's kind of a good comparison. I thought he was down and out. I was about ready to turn it off. And
he was down 2 sets to 1, right? And he was down. The guy had 3 championship points, right?
Yeah, and somehow
and then got served.
Came out of that hole. Yeah, insane.
That's insane. Yeah, I think that might be crazier than Halliburton's game winner.
I love the tennis scoring format, because you really can't fake it. You got to put guys to bed, or, they're going to have a chance. Once it gets to deuce, it just becomes wide open.
Yeah.
So that was just like an insane watch, even for people that aren't super keen on tennis. Just a great sports watch. And yesterday, honestly, an incredible day in sports with that in the Nations League final.
Yeah. Real quick, who do you have for the US Open this weekend?
That's tough. I was seeing some of the videos of the rough, how long that grass is, and then I guess they had mowers out there today.
Yeah.
But yeah, insane conditions there. I'm gonna need to do some research. I feel like, I mean, Scotty's just a safe bet, but I mean, I think there's gonna be some guys that come out of nowhere this weekend and have good weekends. But yeah, I'm gonna do some research before I drop into that pool.
Bet. Cam, who do
You
you
got
have?
anyone,
Who
Jay?
do you think? Dude, I would just go Scotty if I had to go with someone, to be honest. He's been on fire. He's been crazy. Cam's
Yeah, I
probably
like
gonna get JT.
I like Xander.
Softly, huh?
Yes,
Not
sir.
a bad pool.
Yeah, now I'm looking at the odds right now. Looks like the Scotty is plus 280, and then in second in terms of odds, DeChambeau's plus 700. So that's a pretty heavy favorite.
Dude, could we get something crazy this weekend like Ricky Fowler? He's been kind of playing decent. That'd be awesome to see. Like with just the craziness going on in sports right now, like that'd be awesome to see a Ricky Fowler win.
I'm honestly a little bit. I feel like Scotty winning every tournament's. I mean, I can't hate greatness, but it's getting a little bit played out. So I would love to see a little shakeup.
Me too. I agree. Tired of and Scotty's kind of vanilla.
He is, yeah,
For
not a
being
super
real.
exciting, not a
No.
super exciting goat, but
Still goat.
All right. Well, that was a great Monday episode. Thanks everyone for tuning in. If you're watching the rerun, please make sure to like the video. Check us out on TikTok and IG, where we'll be posting some clips, and then we'll be back probably some point after this game 3, probably either Thursday or Friday to react to this game 3. So go Thunder, Thunder in 5, and we're out.
go Pacers.